Hello, my name is John Nash. I've been involved with the floods and the levels of Lake St. Clair, Detroit River, Lake Erie for the past 42 years, going back to our major floods of '73. That came about actually in 1955. Coming home from work one day, I see my mother shoveling the tops of piles of dirt that were being used for fill on our property on the canals at Edgewater Beach. When I went over to see her, she was on top. I took the shovel from her hands. My hands stuck to the shovel handles. Her hands had split open, and there was her blood. I made a vow that day, if I ever had a chance to correct this, I would. And that's a long time ago. But today, you're going to hear how the floods came about, and what the government has refused to do for the people to benefit shipping and hydro interests. I put together, over the years, my first book was Floodgate, Man's Manipulation of the Levels of the Great Lakes, a documentary of 500 pages. This was passed out in '87 to organize the groups around the lower lakes to challenge the government on what they've done. In '97, I put out another manual, The Flooding of Lake St. Clair, the Detroit River, and Lake Erie, which said it could have been avoided if necessary controls had been put in place. Willfully and deliberately? Question mark. You decide! Exclamation mark. And it's been a workbook with a lot of notations and a lot of figures. But when you go through it, you have to end up the floods were man-made. And the '73 flood was man-made to get control of the land. No question about it. In '73, St. Patrick's Day, 1973, Lake St. Clair was hit. People were evacuated from their homes. April the 9th, the Detroit River and the western basin of Lake Erie were flooded out. And my homes, family home, my dad's, and the canal Edgewater Beach had 1 foot of water inside. My brother's home was totally destroyed. Another foot of water, hardwood floors, walls, complete lifting, the whole works. I was lucky. I was downriver opposite bottom of the wire in the hemisphere. I came within 1 inch of the water, being inside the house with a boat tied up at the back door. I was fortunate. But the study really went there when I first started, 1973, in Detroit, giving testimony before the IJC. And that's 42 years now that I've been at this. So I put this documentary together, the final phases. It's always been land control. Nothing to do with controlling the outlet of Lake Erie and Michigan. And to the people in Lake Ontario getting worried about the 1914 rules, you're going to get more water. It's a so-called change of weather now, made by man. But what we're going to do is just show you roughly what it's about.